No,
This is Reagan.
Oh yeah.
Tear down this wall.
I always mix up him.
That's
and...
cartoon Reagan. That's not real Reagan.
That's the only Reagan I know.
It's the only Reagan that exists is cartoon Reagan.
Just like every Nixon, there's a cartoonist Nixon.
That's how he sounded. I don't know if you listen to those tapes, but that's how he sounds.
Damn Jews are taking
Fucking Jews.
fucking Jews.
Everything. It's crazy how much he hated Jews. It really is. Go back and listen to the Nixon tapes. It is fucking insane how much he hated Jews.
Now that's an intro.
I'd be upset if it was like fucking TLC was stuck in my head for a few days.
TLC is something you enjoy being stuck in your head?
Sometimes.
That's, you don't want no scrubs?
Yeah. Well, it's better than the one time.
We know what scrubs are. You don't have to say it every time.
It's better than the one time that I had that I wasn't listening to AC/DC because I hate AC/DC.
Oh, look at Tony stumbling over backwards to make sure no one thinks he was listening to AC/DC.
Right.
AC/DC is a good band.
They
make fun songs for fun people.
I give it that.
Have you seen him cakewalk across the stage? Have you seen Angus Young cakewalk?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's adorable.
But anyway,
There's something about a 70-year-old guy who still dresses like a schoolboy. It's
Yeah.
a little off-putting. The Bon Scott years were better.
well, so the thing is,
It's debatable.
I didn't even have a full.
I mean, it's not, but
I didn't even have a full
you know,
like.
AC/DC has more compilation albums than real albums.
So does Kiss.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right. But no,
Actually, no, that is Kiss. And I told you guys that.
Yeah, you did.
But-
Jesus Christ.
like I didn't even have a full song stuck in my head. I just had this one part in Back in Black on repeat for several hours. It was just
wait
yeah, hey, 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 yeah, hey, 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 and it was like that for several hours. I'm back in black, like that part.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the part
Just the
right
back.
before he's yeah.
Yeah, I've got it in my head now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had that in my head for like 7 hours straight. And
No, because
just
you can
that
just move
part.
past that. And then
I
it's
couldn't. I couldn't get past that part. That was the only part in my head.
It's always the opening riff that gets stuck in my head.
See, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that, but it wasn't.
That's always the part of the song where I'm trying to remember if this is Black and Black or if it's like some song by Metallica that I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
It's like, I don't know, someone's strumming angrily on an electric guitar. Could be anybody in the 80s. Sniffy over
I
there.
am sniffly.
And then you hear the shrill screeching of AC/DC.
That's way better than Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet's terrible.
Every Jet song starts with them going, yeah! Like it's the start of a CSI episode.
That's true. I don't know. That's charming. It's annoying but charming.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I never cared for Jet.
What do you like in the what would they call that, cock rock genre?
In that cock rock genre, I mean,
Yeah.
it's cock rock for a reason.
Wait, what is cock rock?
I don't know. That's just what I would classify that kind of music as, where you're just kind of you're full of yourself for no reason. I guess the new wave version of that would be like Nickelback,
Yeah, fair.
but Jet is more like
Well, here's the thing about
more carefree and fun. with it, I
Nickelback,
guess.
as opposed to a bunch of those other bands. Nickelback had a song that I like.
Animals.
Leader of Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Animals. It was stupid fun.
That was a dumb song.
It is so dumb.
God damn it.
It's,
one
it's
was
the
that
most
song?
literal
Dumb.
fucking song in the world.
Which one was that one?
Oh, Jesus. how'd it go?
Please don't. 'Cause
Yeah,
then we'll get it
it's-
stuck in there.
It's gross. It's just like two.
It's about two people doing it in a
it-
car. And
yeah.
It's
It's like one of those songs that
I'm
you would have.
banging on a bear. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah.
that's the one.
That's the
Okay,
one.
that's the one.
Riding back on black.
Yeah,
just got my
God,
license
that
back.
song is awful.
It's very bad.
That's a very bad song.
Yeah, but when you're 16, man, it's kind of fun
Did you
to have sex in your car too.
Did you hear about
Yeah,
that
fair
time
enough.
that they ripped off their own riff and then they had to sue themselves?
What?
It's like a Nickelback song. Like a Nickelback fan was listening to one of their newer albums. Is like, hey, that sounds an awful lot like one of their other songs.
Well, you can do that though. As a band, you
As a
can use
band.
the same songs that you can't sue yourself.
I think they released them on 2 different labels though.
Yeah.
Oh, so one
I
label
can-
owned the copyright to that.
I can imagine. I can imagine that.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
I can imagine that actually being like a legal like foible where they're just like fuck. I don't know. That's funny. That makes me happy.
You know, he married Avril Lavigne, right?
He did.
Good
They're
for
gonna-
him.
It's a
Yeah.
weird combo.
Yeah.
You know, Avril Lavigne was originally slated to be a country singer. The record
What do you
label
mean
said-
slated to be? Like
Yeah.
they just picked her and they were
Yeah.
just like, instead of that, do country music.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
that
she was
is the
supposed to
thing.
be like the Taylor Swift before Taylor Swift.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad that we got Skater Boy then.
That
I'll
gets
tell
stuck
you
in my
that
head a lot,
the
too.
Avril Lavigne look really influenced who I dated in high school. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
didn't hate that.
No,
Yeah.
I completely agree.
She made fingerless gloves a whole new thing.
I mean, I just think fingerless gloves are cool in general.
I don't think they are like for men to wear as an adult because you just look homeless.
It depends on the situation.
Okay, so let me say the situation. They have the stencils of love-hate on the knuckles.
Oh, that's way too much.
I had those fingerless gloves when I was a little goth kid.
Oh,
Speaking of that, and also music, Marilyn Manson had a new single that came out the other day. Did
oh
you guys
wow,
hear about that?
he's still
No.
making music?
Yeah, it's
Holy shit.
it's called "We Fucking Know Where You Live" or "We Know Where You Fucking Live," I think.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
pretty
it
good
sounds like it came off of one of his earlier albums, like Hollywood or something like that. I didn't hate it.
Huh.
The album art is the picture of what it looks like when you're looking through a drone camera as you eliminate targets in Afghanistan, but on a suburban house.
Oh, nice.
So, you know,
Topical.
Marilyn Manson,
Yeah.
just kind of being himself.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, good on
him.
Yeah. Sticking to his guns.
Yeah.
I
but
used to
it's-
really like Marilyn Manson when I was younger.
Yeah, I actually, when I was younger, I did enjoy listening
I feel like
to,
he aged
him.
well,
Yeah.
like a lot better than all those other acts, like Korn.
Yeah.
I never liked Korn.
I used to love
Yeah,
Korn,
I was
and then
in love with them back in the day.
Issues came out, and then that was their last really good album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know enough to know. Like, I couldn't even name one Korn song right now.
I mean, that's
Maze.
That's fine.
That's not
Field.
one, not
I kinda-
one, not one of them, but those are good guesses.
I kind of wish that they would have named a song Maze.
Just kind of leaned into the Korn
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit harder.
Yeah.
that would have
Was
been.
that 6 Feet from the Edge or was that Creed?
That was Creed.
That's the same band though, right?
No.
Or that's just what I would say to piss people off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to say like POD in Korn, like there was like a parallel.
Well,
for a
see,
little
here's the
while.
thing. POD is like Korn mixed with Creed.
Yeah.
See, whenever anyone says POD, my brain immediately just takes that, wants to fill in the acronyms, doesn't know what they mean, so I just move on to Puddle of Mud, which is the nearest in the dictionary of my brain to that in bands.
They're just terrible.
Yeah, they were.
They had that one CD that was in everybody's Chevy S10 though. You know the one I mean. It was blue.
Yep. I think I know the one.
I don't know.
It was right there next to the Toxicity.
I just.
And steal this album.
Can we just put Toxicity in and just not speak of that other stuff?
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, dude, I don't want to listen to all your clown music. I really just want to hear this one
Oh
guy
yeah,
sing
he's got
high-pitched.
he's got
Yeah.
maybe a Metallica album, a Queen album or something, but he's got every fucking CD made by ICP.
It's not
every
just, it's not just
fucking one of
ICP.
them.
It's the whole Hatchet Man.
Oh yeah,
the
Twisted
whole-
and fucking Cottonmouth Kings and all those
Cottonmouth
motherfuckers.
Kings.
I like Cottonmouth Kings.
Well,
Well, I like
I
Cottonmouth
remember
Kings
them.
songs because if you listen to a Cottonmouth Kings album, it is the same fucking song 10 times. We smoke a lot of weed, and we smoke a lot of weed, and we smoke a lot of weed, and all the stuff that comes with it.
you think that's bad? I had a buddy that used to watch Cottonmouth King VHS tapes.
Oh god.
And you think an album is terrible in a row. Try watching just music videos over and over again.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure they're all filled in like their parents' backyard, you know?
that is probably the best thing I've heard in a long time. Holy shit.
Yeah. Look at Juggalos still being relevant, I guess.
Yeah,
They're trying to be.
Juggalos are trying to shirk the label that they're a gang.
Yeah.
By being a gang. And ganging up and marching like a gang.
That's more like a mob. That's a step up.
Ah, well.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. First, you start as a low-level gang member, and then you get a little bit of money. You start to, put on suits, listen to classical music, and then you turn in. It's every Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, Chris, this isn't Grand Theft Auto, but
yeah, it is though.
But it is.
Yeah.
So
the world is Grand Theft Auto. Oh, that's what I've been saying for the past couple of years. Is that I just think we've switched into some like world where satire isn't real anymore. Because the world just is a satire of itself.
Actually, I like the way that sounds like as either an album name or a book. The world is Grand Theft Auto. Like I kind of like that.
I actually do like.
Yeah, it has a nice ring to it.
Or
yeah,
listen to that.
It has a nice ring to it. The world is Grand Theft Auto.
That's something.
And it's not even a documentary about Grand Theft Auto. It's just like. I don't know, it's like a think piece or something.
That's what I thought when I saw there's a sign in downtown Savannah. You've probably seen it on the side of the road, and they're all over the place. But for stump grinders,
yeah, stump grinders.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Grand Theft Auto business.
It really does.
Yeah,
and there's also little mottos. I can't think of any right now, but there's little mottos on those signs that it sounds slightly, Grand Theft Auto tongue-in-cheek humor.
Yeah.
Stump grinders. We'll grind your stump to the something.
That was a good pitch,
Thank
but
you.
we're gonna go another way, I think. Thanks for coming in.
We'll call you.
Yeah. Don't call
us.
Man, I'm just bombing this blind date.
Honey, we don't need him.
Swipe left.
You're already on the date. Yeah.
You have to say that during
you gotta go over to
date.
unmatch.
Yeah, I mean, you do it in front of them. Just like, it's like, this is going very badly. Like, why are you unmatching? Feels like spam.
And then she just leans across the table and says, "Would you like to join my chat room?"
I don't know. I still like my favorite messages are whenever it's blatantly a bot, and it's like they usually just send like one emoticon starting out,
Right.
and then like
Because they want to wait for you to respond before
Yeah.
they're going to start any kind of advertisement.
Let me stop you there and say that I love that you say emoticon instead of emoji.
yeah. I mean,
Well, that's what they are, is emoticons. Well, I mean,
well, there is a distinction actually.
I think emoji's now an umbrella term now.
Yeah, but what's it called? But yeah, so they'll send like one emoticon, and then when you respond, like I do anyway, just because like it makes me giggle, and then the next message immediately is, "I'm want to fuck," and I was like, "This is the best thing I've heard today." And then it's like, just like a link to like some fucking whatever, and I'm just like, "I'm want to fuck." Yeah, I like that.
well, maybe there is like a person who's either mentally disabled or just very bad at spelling and also very forward.
Or maybe
And all of these and all these sex bots are just red herrings, so that it's going to be the girl that cried "I want to fuck," and so when it finally does happen, she's going to be like "I want to fuck," and you're just going to be like, look at these things, but she's not going to send a leak. But you'll be so used to it at that point that you won't even notice. Just be like, silly robots, and toss your phone, and then she'll just be staring at her. I couldn't have said it any plainer. I thought we had an understanding that this was an app just for this.
I've actually thought about that once or twice, because like I'll match with somebody, and then like they just look way too good for like someone like me, and then I'm just like, you're obviously a bot, but why not?
Right.
And then I'll get like a hi, and then I'll immediately
You just freeze up.
No, I'll say something like, "Let me guess, I want to fuck," and then like they unmatch me, and I'm just like, I wonder if that was an actual human, and I'm just stupid. I've thought about that a lot.
I matched with somebody on that stupid the Bumble app.
Yeah.
And that's the one where, you know, the first, when you match with somebody, the girl has to say something first.
Yeah.
And then you have to say something. But there's like a time limit
Yeah.
for you to respond. And I don't know when that goes away because I've never really had this exact problem before. But so I only use that app on my tablet. And my tablet runs off of Wi-Fi. And we had a hurricane. So there was this girl that I thought she was kind of cute, and we matched, and she said hi, and I didn't see it until 3 days later when I got power back.
Yeah.
And it has that whole like you can spend money and buy a thing to try this again, and I was like, well, I didn't even know her, you know. And when that kind of mentality hits, it's just like, why even use this fucking thing in the first place? Because if you don't even care enough to pay like the $3.99 or whatever bullshit it is that they want for you to use it to its full extent or whatever, like,
yeah, it's
I don't know. I
worthless.
just really hate the idea of meeting somebody online first, just because I like to look people in the eye, I like to see them, and you can't. No matter how attractive somebody is in a picture, it doesn't change anything from when you like look at them in the eyes and you see them face to face. You can really like get that feel and sense of
Yeah,
what
no,
like,
totally.
You can call it whatever you want, like get a sense of like their aura or, you know, their personality. But just I don't know. I have to see people in the eyes. That's why I don't like people that wear sunglasses.
I mean, the plus side.
Fuck sunglasses.
The plus side
Like
with like
sunglasses.
online dating like that though, it can help you sort of weed out crazy people if you're like smart about it, or if they're just blatant about it.
Well, that's true too.
Because there was one girl. She messaged me, and she's like, "I've matched with you on 3 different dating apps, and you haven't said anything yet." And I was like, I mean, it's a.
I'm want some fuck.
And I was like, well, I mean, it's a two-way street. Like, I don't.
You haven't said anything either.
Exactly.
Number one, and also, don't you think that maybe means something?
And then
That's the subtext.
and then she said, "Well, what happened to chivalry?" And I was like, "Huh."
Bitch, this ain't a battle.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like, chivalry is just stupid bullshit anyway.
I don't. That okay.
It's
Let's-
outdated, and it's super like fucking.
This is fun.
It's fucking stupid. Like, it's outdated, and it's just like,
Toe's Tumblr's coming out.
yeah, it is.
I
It's dumb. Chivalry's stupid. It's just a good way to make like shitty dudes feel better about themselves and expect you to like jump on them.
chivalry, I think, not in the term. I understand the terms that you're speaking of it in.
Yeah.
I understand that because you're talking about the guy that you know, a normal girl is walking down the street, being a person, and he rips his coat off of his back and throws it onto a puddle of water and says, "Right this way, my lady," and tips his little trilby hat. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And when I say chivalry, that just means to me doing the right thing at the right time when it needs to be done. It's about being respectful. It's about being an honest and just respectful and open person, and not about like thinking that any other gender or anyone around you, because I don't think chivalry just responds to when you're dealing with women. It just responds to anyone around you. And it's coming.
I get that.
What chivalry is to me is coming to the aid of people in need when necessary.
Right. And I completely get that.
But it is. I agree with you in the fact that it is the when necessary that kind of gets, you know, fucked around by some people that just want to use that kind of mentality as just making themselves look better.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
But also, like, you can, the word means a thing, and you can't just, because people use the word to mean something else, you can't just shit on the word. And that's what gets me mad about this kind of everyone getting mad about stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I completely understand that. I mean, you could also go with the other definition of chivalry of, like,
Slaying dragons.
Well, I was gonna say the art of hand-to-hand combat. I like if somebody was like trying to say like I'm a chivalrous guy, it's like prove it, and then I throw him a broadsword, and then we both have a duel.
I had a book on bow staffs, but it was my dad's and it was from the 60s. I don't know how accurate it was. Half of it was in some sort of Asian language.
I mean, the plus side with bow staffs, you can both wail on each other for a little while.
I mean, we had a lot of stick and sword fights, like with real swords in high school, because one of our buddies had that katana set. You all remember?
Yeah.
You were all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all sword fought.
Yeah.
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 Not in the gay way.
Yeah.
Just with actual swords.
Right.
Oh, you didn't do that?
I mean,
No one includes me in anything.
I never got so much involved with it as to like, you know, choreograph like little like fight scenes with like each other, but like yeah, it was
Choreograph?
No, you just fight.
No,
Yeah,
we
you
just
just
swung
try to
wildly.
hit- you just try to hit your friends with a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no, thank you.
Yeah. The worst thing that
I
would
never
probably
joined
happen
in with it.
because you
It
wouldn't
did happen,
you would
though.
trust your friends not to run you through, but the worst thing you'd probably get your knuckle nicked or something.
And that did happen to me.
That
once
happened
with,
a
with
lot.
another friend.
Yeah. Well, I cut a gash
had some,
on
like,
Josh's
fantasy
arm once, I
daggers.
think. And I know that I've gotten cut open on my hand. The worst, though, was I think when we lightsaber fought with those...
Glow-in-the-dark condoms.
Ah!
I mean, we just had to stick with those jokes.
That's even better, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny. No, those the fluorescent tubes, like fluorescent office tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually fighting with those, not just in theory, but in practice, is crazy dangerous
Yeah,
because
it is.
it shatters upon first impact.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like
And they're full of like.
I don't know if
neon and
anybody's
stuff,
done
which is
any
not a
kind
good
of
thing to breathe in.
Eastern European Easter traditions. Tony, you tell me this. You're German. We do a thing in Greek Easter where we take an egg and the other person has a boiled egg. You have a boiled egg. You crack it, like still full in its shell. You crack your egg on top of the other person's egg. Whoever's egg doesn't crack moves on. Whoever can crack all the eggs and still have an unbroken egg is the winner.
Oh, I do that with M&Ms.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we
I
do
don't
that.
follow.
Yeah,
I
don't
I
think we
smush
do
them against each other, and then
Yeah.
the superior M&M moves on.
that. Yeah.
Sure.
And then you
And-
have one superior M&M.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's kind of like that, but
Yeah.
with eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we
You don't do that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a
I don't.
thing- that's
I'm
a
pretty
thing.
sure we don't.
Well, that's
At
the
least
thing. Well,
not
Greek
in
Easter does a
our
lot
state.
of stuff that's different.
Yeah, that's
it's a whole.
true.
It's a whole different
Yeah.
time.
I mean, y'all are like clear across the country, across the continent from us too. So.
Well, yeah, but it's still on the same continent.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
not across the globe.
but you don't see like the fucking Pantheon in Germany.
Well, I thought you might see a boiled egg.
We just eat
No,
them.
it's like Eastern Europe and Mediterranean Europe is just like two completely
Yeah.
different.
But no.
Well,
we
my
don't
point
do
is,
that.
why did I start talking about?
You're talking about the halogen like
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
halogen
yeah.
light bulbs.
Huh.
fighting with those.
Okay.
How it's
Halogen
like-
light bulbs.
Huh.
Greek Easter. We're gonna connect these dots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
They
All right.
were
Well,
super easy to
okay.
break.
Well, they're super easy to break. I don't know where I was going with the egg thing, but we'll move.
It's a tangent. It's just a
we'll
tangent.
move on from that and go back to the lights. I don't know. We did it, and my buddy cut his hand up real bad because it shat. Oh, I get it. I know where I was going.
Good.
Because, like eggs on Greek Easter, whoever hits hardest and first with the strongest light and/or egg will shatter the other person's. And if you're the person who's holding a shattered light bulb, as opposed to a shattered egg, which wouldn't hurt you at all, really,
Yeah.
a shattered,
Which is
very
a
long
gift.
light bulb could very well lacerate your hand.
Well,
and-
yeah. You're still gripping it as it breaks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point of that story is TJ had to have his hand bandaged up for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds
Best
right.
Easter ever.
I remember one time me and Eric were having a cardboard tube fights in the Walmart parking lot.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
People
There's
were
no threat of death there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
but I
is-
mean, it still hurt if it hits you.
it's
What
a
were
lot of
people
fun.
doing?
They were wrapping their gifts in the parking lot and leaving the tubes.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
Christmas fight.
It's a Christmas
Yeah,
fight.
they just wailed on each
They
other.
was wailing on each
Yeah.
other.
Those things can't take very many hits though before they start bending, and then you have to grab a new one. It was fun regardless.
All right. Well, this was tangential. constantly.
and so much fun.
So,
it was.
So that was music, and what else did we talk about?
Sword fights.
Music and swords, I guess.
That's the name of my next album coming out in the winter of this year.
From the band Greek Easter.
Yeah.
Music and swords. Look it up on iTunes.
It's really good. It's alt folk.
You can buy it at LPs.
You say that as a joke, but I actually really like alt folk as a genre.
Same. I do too.
Somebody, one of the women at work asked me what I would classify the music that I was listening to as, because it's that weird. It was like Defiance, Ohio, or something like that. And I said folk punk, if that's a thing. And then I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure.
Totally
I don't know if it's a Googleable thing, but
a Googleable thing.
Googleable.
Googleable.
All right, well that's just nonsense. Eric, don't you have a thing that you need to say? Don't you have an advertisement?
Oh yeah, we got a thing here. We got a thing, propergg.com.
Propergg.com. What's that?
Propergg.com. If you like any of those Overwatches or Hearthstones or CS:GOs or League of Legends, any of those, they got a ton of good merchandise over there for you. You just go over there and tell them we sent you. Use that promo code FILTHY.
That's FILTHY, right?
That's right.
All right.
And how much do they get off?
They don't get a discount.
Well, they might.
I
thought it was a 10% discount.
No, we get a discount.
Oh.
I think they get a 5% discount. We get a 10% discount. I'm not sure. I will have to look that up.
It's a better deal for us than it is for you, but you should still check it out.
Christmas is coming up. You got a lot of geeky gamer friends. This place has got the prices are pretty low already.
All right, well, that's probably enough. Don't suck their dick too hard. They're not paying us any money.
Hell,
you pay us some money, we'll do that better. Till then, that's all you get.
It started out strong.
No, it was very convincing. I mean, I actually did check out the site, and it's pretty nice,
pretty legit
good,
site.
Pretty good loot there.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good selection. It's not that vast, but I mean they're pretty much just starting out. But it'll be more vast.
All right, why don't you take all that energy and put it towards our Patreon? Go.
Oh man, check out Patreon, filthy and free. You can get yourself a Paul plate. You can check out exclusive content. You can check out links to a bunch of other content. You can check out the point-and-click adventure, Welcome to Pineview. You can check out some stuff related to Casper Dog Jones, probably coming up soon. A bunch of cool stuff. Check it out. Give us some money. Help us pay our bills.
Give us money.
We don't like our jobs.
We want our money. We don't want to work for a living. Well, I mean, this is work.
Yeah.
We want to work for you.
We want to do this.
We want to work for you.
We want you to be our bosses, not our regular bosses.
You can tell us what to do. You can tell us what to put in Eric's butt.
And then I'll tell you where to put it.
It's
going to be in my butt. God bless the internet.
All right. Good night.